Okay, we've already had our discussion in class about the difference between here is a gable roof, very simple, it goes right over top. It's like a sheet of paper folded in half, and this is a hip roof. If you notice, it goes in on all four sides. Now, here in Port St. John, where we are, this hip roof is probably the most common that you're going to be seeing. And in the state of Florida now, due to all of our hurricanes and all, if you have to do insurance, this hip roof has a better rate on insurance than this gable roof, okay? And it's better for the hurricanes. We discussed that in class. So let's go through and I'll explain how we're going to do each of these. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a layer. Okay, so let's add a new layer and let's just call this one roof. And it is going to be magenta. It is going to be continuous, and we're going to go ahead and make this 0.4 right now. And it is definitely printable. Okay, now with that, let's put ourselves in the roof layer. And we've discussed overhang. Now remember, overhang is that little area that goes past your edge of your wall. That is like if you step outside your door, that's the overhang that you don't get wet with the rain. All right, so with that, let's just take a basic, we're going to do something as simple as 2 foot. And I'm just using the 2 foot just for this demonstration. Remember up north you got the snow, your smaller overhang. Down south you want the larger overhang because of the sun. It's a natural coolant. So let's go through this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our offset. And I'm going to do L for layer, and I'm going to go C for current, and I'm just going to type in 2 feet. Okay. Now, with this, I want you to come around on each side one time, people. Not a bunch of times, just one time. And it sounds like we're going to have an announcement pop through with all the beeping. Let's go. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to do this for all of these. And it's just one time. If you have windows and you get a small little piece with it, please just do it the one time. So let me get all this here. And as you can see, it shouldn't take you very long at all. And notice, like I said, it's only one. If you have a smaller segment, don't sit there and do something silly with it. See, like right here. So, now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close up my edges. I'm using a fillet. And notice down here where it says radius at 0, 0, that's what I want. And I'm going to do multiple because I've got so many to do here. So you're going to connect all your pieces together. Now this is going to show if you've made the mistake where you don't have your lines perfectly straight. If they're slanted, things may not match up very well. So let's get all these done. And the reason I'm doing so many is I want you guys to understand. You could fast forward this video to your shape house. And remember, we went to the 5 standards. Yeah, there's tons of different other things, but in our assignment, it was these 5 shapes is what we were sticking to. And let's go on down here. And notice, I'm not adding onto this. I'm actually extending so that it's all one long piece on each side. And hopefully you're going to listen to me and take me serious, because if not, when we try to find midpoints and endpoints of things, it's going to become a mess. Okay? Now, remember, this is just a representation. Your U shape may be both out at the same length. They may be skinnier, whichever. I am just going from there. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing for down here, but you know very well I'm lazy, so let's just delete this and let's go ahead and copy. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to make things as easy as possible. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have you draw a 45-degree line. And that is so when you're looking down on it on the plot plan, you're going to see, and it is at a 45. So we're going to come in here with our line, and remember, see the number in that blue? That's a distance. I really don't care about the distance, so I'm going to hit tab and see where it says 52 and it's going up and down. I'm typing in 45. Okay, now I need to do that on the other directions, but I'm just going to take mirror, and I'm mirroring these things down so that I've got them. And I'm going to do my mirror again, and I'm just doing it this way, and I'm not deleting my source. So now I have my 45s. Okay, let me go through and show you, and I'm going to move these down here just so I can take, if you're going to have this hip roof, okay, I'll show you the differences here, and then I'll show you the other. Let's do them by shape, okay? If you're doing a gable like this, your only thing you have to decide is which piece is going to have this peak across it. So if you look down on this, see how the line just goes straight across? And now this is a T shape, so it has this going here. So you could have the line come straight across because this is a square, or you can come the other way down, one or the other. That's all you have to do, and you're done, okay? Now, with this one here, with the square, what you're going to do is you're going to go in a copy, and you're taking from endpoint and going to endpoints. And you're going to do each of these square to square. And look where it's joining here. So I could either trim or fill it, whichever I want. And then by rights, I should be able to mirror this down, but I want you to actually see it. So I'm not going to do that just at this point because I want to make sure we are exactly where we need to be. And let's come in here and let's go to our fillet here to here or trim. Now look, if we zoom in here, they should all meet. They're exactly in the middle. This is why I was telling you with the square house, when you're doing this hip roof, it kind of looks like a big old pyramid sitting on top of it. So that's what it is. Just remember, with this square house with the gable, you could have your line going this way instead. It's all depending on which side you want this peak to be. Okay, let's go to the rectangle. Rectangle's as easy as possible. You're going from here, you're going straight across. You're not doing this way on the rectangle because this is longer than this, so we always do the gable end on the shorter side. So that's what you do there. All right, how do you do a hip for a rectangle? Let's show you this. Let's copy here to here, and let's copy here to here. Let's copy here to here, and let's copy here to here. Now, with this is the part that's coming down. So I'm going to fillet this edge to this and this edge to this. All I need to do now is draw my line from here to here, and it should be a perfectly straight line. That's it. That's all there is for the hip roof. Okay? Pretty easy, don't you think? All right, so let's move on down, and I'm going to steal this with me here. All right, let's come over to here. Now, when you're getting in the T's, the L's, the T's and U's, you can make a combination of hip and gable. I might make another video separate on this so you can see it a little bit better. But this is all you're going to do for this. For your gable, we're going to start at the end here, and we're coming straight across. I couldn't pick the midpoint of this line because the line's much longer. So I'm going to trim this out. And then I'm going to take my line from the midpoint here, and I'm going to come back. How far? I'm not quite sure, but I'm keeping my ortho on so it comes straight back. I'm also going to go ahead and copy and take from here, and I'm going to put it in right here. Okay, see how that went? So now I'm going to be able to fill it and go from here to here, and now I can mirror from here to here. And that's it for there. Okay, let's show you this one here. I'm going to copy here and here, and I'm going to fill it here to here. I'm going to copy here to here, and I'm going to fill it with that 0 radius, people. Now, I know this is perfectly straight, so I'm just going to copy this one back to here. And I can go on and I can do lots of different things. I'm going to just take this one to here. And notice I'm going to the corners there. So with that, what I'm going to do next is I need to draw a line from here back. And see that little edge right there? I need to copy. And I'm going to take this because it's the same thing but it's shorter. And I'm going to fill it from here to here. If this all lines up, this should come straight across to here and it'll be perfectly straight. So there's that one. Okay, so let's go further down the line here. Let's go line, midpoint to midpoint, and let's go again, midpoint, and let's bring it all the way back. Now, we're going to copy our 45s, going from corner, right here, sorry, and corner. And from there, I'm going to fill it. And by rights, I should be able to trim this back. And I'm going to trim here and delete here. Okay, now I've got that. This should all meet up. If this is not meeting, there is a problem. Okay, and I'm sure someone's going to have some problems out there. So now the next thing. I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to steal some of these because these are smaller. Okay, corner, 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 and corner, corner, and let's see, I'll steal another one. You just have to remember which way they're going on your corners and make sure they're all coming in. Now watch, let's fill it up. Now, let's do our line tops. If it's done correctly, it should be a perfect match, which it was. And it'll be the perfect match, if I can actually get the snap, from here to here. Okay, we're being interrupted as usual. Okay, let's get this up here. Okay, so do you see how we got this going on? So I'm assuming that you can kind of guess on this one now. Here's what the weird part is with this one here, is that you need to know from the midpoint from here to here. You can't get it from out here. So this one's always throwing kids off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stupid, like a dummy line right here and have it come straight back. And I'm going to trim it. I'm going to get rid of this line. I'm not going to need it. But I'm going to take a line from here. And I'm bringing it this way. And I'm going to extend it. And I'm going to bring it out and out. And I'm going to hold my shift and turn my extend to trim and get rid of this extra line here. So that's where the middle is because I came from the middle of this section. Now I'm going to take my line from here at the midpoint. I'm going to come up straight. And I'm going to do my midpoint again. Now with this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to steal from this. Oh, and look what I screwed up over here. Extend. That needs to come down there. Whoops. It needed to come down to there. I messed that one up. Okay. Copy. I'm stealing these ones here. I'm going to take from here and put it to here. And I'm taking this one here, from here, and putting it to here. And I'm going to fill it. Here to here, here to here. And if I've done this correctly, if I mirror from here to here, and I don't erase the other source, it matches up. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So now that would set just like that. Okay, this one down here is going to be the same exact thing. I'm going to steal a bunch of stuff from this one here because of time. And I know that these should be the same because I drew them as a sketch. You're going to have to be careful on yours. Remember, I'm going to each of these little corners. So I'm taking as much as I possibly can. Okay, so let's fill it up here to here. Fill it up here to here. Let's do our line from here, and let's go back. And let's do our line from here, and let's go back. Keep that ortho on, people. And now I'm going to fill it here to here. Notice I'm not adding extra lines to it, by no means. Now, you see where these are poking out? I need to go ahead and copy. I'm going to take this one from here to here. And I'm going to take this one from here to here. Fill it again. And I'm going to draw my line across from here to here. And it all matched up. So these are what the roofs are going to look like depending on what you choose. Just remember with this one can go the other direction. And yeah, you could do this as a gable back here and make this as a hip. You could do this as a gable back here and make this as a hip. Same with these. Or you can make this part as hip and this as your gable. There's several things you can do with these. I'll see if I get the time to make another video in case people really want that. But this is basically how we're doing the roof plans. Now, here's the thing. You're not going to print this one out. I'm going to check this on your screen. So we're going to do it one by one. And I will be checking this for the people that are completely done with their elevations. As long as you are not moving your walls, you can get this roof one done. We only have another couple of days, and I think it's tomorrow. I need to check my schedule. We're going to start doing elevations with roofs on it. So some of you guys are right where you need to be, and others, we need you to get in here and catch yourself up. So here's all about the roof, just looking down on it, okay? So that should do it for this one.